Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Dracula's Castle map. We're playing as a green player out of the 4th position, and we do have the capital spot in the 1-point hold there. We can have an 8 cap. I don't know what my luck is. This is 2 straight times, I believe, that I've played this map, including the time, and I probably get rolled by pink here, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Including the time where I think we did this for our tier list Tuesday. I don't know why he's mad, bro. It's a 1-point. You got to know I'm going to cap there. I don't care that you got 2 3s on the side of it. He can try to slow roll me. The problem is Black just wins this. And maybe I'll get boxed out. Maybe I won't hold this. But it would be pretty funny if Pink sacks me and then doesn't get this. Honestly, I don't understand. I get the approach of capping here to just take this bonus on a 2-point. But I don't understand the getting mad at me. Why would I pass up on the 2-point +5? It's crazy. This map is very unbalanced for that reason. We do have this blizzard here, so the left side is actually a 1-point hold from my 4 at the top, which could have been useful. Actually, extend that even over to Black's territory here. Could have been useful, but not worth, not worth losing our minds over. I don't think he's gonna roll me. I'll start with 6. I should be able to take this 3 out. Pretty comfortably. I mean, I could also lose 4 troops on a 3. Like, it can happen. We'll start with 6. So I have 14 here. Hit the 3. Pink fortifies from below up into my material here. We also have potential card block opportunity, but this blizzard here, next to where Black is also very impactful. So I've got to be careful of that. As Black dips into the corner, he might leave these troops stacked on me. Or maybe he even plays for the Midnight Sanctum bonus. Or these 2 are capped in there with each other. I actually realized this is 2-point hold White's territory here and my cap here. 2-point holds this bottom. Or even all the way up to here. There's a lot of holds on this board here. I'm going to hit this. There's no reason not to take the bonus right away, I believe. Lose 1. That should survive pretty fine. And we will get 5. He's next to me with a +5 potentially as well. I don't want to allow him to hold that, though. And I probably won't. We don't know where orange is. We don't know where Black is. But this is Progressive Capitals. We're playing Progressive. Yeah, we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Dracula's Castle map. So, auto setup, 16 turn timer, progressive cards, balance both sides. No rank restrictions, alliances, and portals are off. Fog and blizzards are on with automated inactivity behavior. White starts out of the final position with 8 troops on their first turn. So the middle bonus is not a 1-point hold because, or a 2-point hold rather, because it is split. But the left side here, these 2 +6s and that +5, those are 1-point holds as White comes down this way. Dives into the corner here, but Black existed up here, so I don't know what White's goal is. He did just, I think, that fortify came from the left here, so this 7 is still in the corner there. And purple, for some reason, hits me. He looks to be playing for the Feasting Hall bonus before playing for the Crypt bonus, so I wonder if somebody's capped down there with him. Maybe orange is down in here. That wouldn't particularly surprise me. But under no circumstances do we want to let Pink hold this bonus here. That is absolutely positively not in my best interest. Now I am a 2-point card block, including Pink's cap down this way. I absolutely don't want to let Pink hold this, so probably won't. I need enough down there to be able to break him, but not enough, not too much where I come across as threatening. He just looked at the roll on my cap here. Dives back into the corner. 7. 17. That should be enough. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Let's roll up this one. Pink is stuck. Pink is actually stuck. which is really interesting. So he got mad at me, and then black capped in the bonus right next to him. That is very funny, honestly. White is going to smoke my 3 here. I'm not sure I understand that. I think white might be capped up here. I think we've got white capped up here. So purple, I think purple and orange are quarreling. I think I'm stuck between pink and white. Pink is stuck between me and black. He might even try to come hit my 7 over here, or my 5 over here. I would not hit that, though. I need to remove pink's external positions. That is absolutely positively what I need to do. This game got interesting. These 2 blizzards specifically. This one will also likely be impactful, at least getting up to the top of the board. But specifically this blizzard here and this blizzard here make this an incredibly choky map where there's only 2 distinct pathways from the middle to the right-hand side. Normally there'd be 3. And there's only 1 distinct pathway from the middle to the left-hand side. Normally there'd be 2. So obviously this giant 1-point hold over here. It's all very, very interesting. Now, black botting, I don't want the black player to bot out. That would be very bad. And he is not. He is here. Fails that roll. Has to attack off cap into white, most likely. Just took a very long time to decide what he wanted to do. He does get a card, albeit a bit late. Yeah, Pink's not happy with me, but there's some benefit behind removing any of his stack. Now that I know that black's bookended him, any of his stacks, it makes sense for me to remove. All of my cards locations are on the left-hand side. I don't have a trade-in on 3. Not that I really want one. The most pink, if pink trades on 3, the most troops he could have to try to roll this capital is a, what do you get, 4 plus additional 5, 25 on 16, or 25 on 21, which I doubt is a possible roll. I can bring up the balance splits calculator for capitals. I always like checking these because I don't have the cap roll, low cap roll sizes memorized. It is a 0.46% roll. If that eliminated me, that'd be the saddest thing you've ever seen. Purple actually has this here. I'll get out. Yeah, okay. I will move to the right, purple. Don't you worry. So I think orange is down in here with him. And pink just starts card skipping because he has nothing. Truly nothing elsewhere on the board. So my ultimate question is going to be, how do I snuff out white? How do I get rid of white? Because purple is going to become massive on the left-hand side. That is a concern of mine. Even if orange is over there. Now, orange has been careful with his capital, I think. But now that you know this player has a bonus, I think you have to try to make a play on it. Purple is capped on sell. Orange, I believe, is somewhere down here. White, I think, is at the top of the board up here. Midnight Steps, Shadow Passage, somewhere up there. And then, obviously, we've got pink and black in this general vicinity. So we know 3 of the 5 capitals of my opponent's. Black, again, taking a very long time to decide what he wants to do. It's honestly not that complicated to figure out what you need to do if you're the black player. I wouldn't be surprised if he's removing some of the white player's material in the middle of the board, though. But yeah, this cap spot is always a fun one, but somebody being next to us is definitely intriguing. We did read white correctly. I can actually 2-point hold this whole area over here, but I don't want to do it yet. So I'm trying to get... The goal behind what I just did is to... ideally, honestly, hopefully force the white player off cap. Or, well, maybe not yet. I think he's going to come try to remove me. Oh, yes, yes. Go for that. That is fine. So he doesn't remove me in here, and now he doesn't have good pathing to remove this middle material. I need as many cards here as possible, as long as possible. Pink's just going to sit here for a while, but I can't ever have my cap be too weak where Pink can take it. That's the problem. So I got to be careful about going up to roll white because of that. Now, purple, this could be good, though. White may change his focus here. He may change his focus onto pink or onto purple because purple just hit him so much. Pink does have material, so that was a card skip play. He just attempted a card. He's attempting a card skip. That's why he did this. Well, he didn't. He's not attempting. He's going to succeed on a card skip, but he's somewhere in here. Purple took all of this. I doubt they left him down in here. Pink took a card down in here somewhere. I mean, black's never going to have this whole bonus, so... I think black took much of white out of here, though. Which is certainly not a bad thing. Ah! Purple doesn't have all of that on the left-hand side, though, right? Just the 11? It's getting 12 now from territory count. So maybe it's... No, because we know where the white cap is now. We saw the white cap up here, so... Orange has to be over here. I don't know what this orange stack I just found was. Oh, he's getting 20. 6 plus 6. Yeah, it can only be the 6 plus 6 plus cap, though. I'm wondering if he tries to take white's cap here. Or if orange is down here. He may have just taken a 1-point hold on the left-hand side. Or he just tried to take orange's cap and orange was well defended. But I don't understand how orange would have a 12 over here. Now pink skips again because I do think pink's remaining position may have been removed by somebody. Potentially purple. Maybe he got the card down here at the bottom. I might actually take off cap this turn and see if I can kill orange for his cards. If purple did just do what I thought he may have on the left-hand side. Black rolls off of that. It's risky. No, that's just a 12 stack sitting there. It's not doing anything. I'm wondering if purple tried to sack into orange's cap. Orange goes up here with this stack. Ah, he says thanks. I think pink is in armory then. Or he was either in armory or king's chamber. Is orange capped in king's chamber instead? He just fortified into there. But we need to remove whatever pink material we can get. Especially if pink takes a card and then is on 5. He won't have a card to take after that. It's not a bad idea. White's getting 12. I mean, as long as I keep my... I was wondering if he'd open me up there. Purple has 21, so purple still does not have the +5 at the bottom in crypt. Which makes me think orange is probably capped there. Now, orange on 3 cards would still be worth it. I don't have a trade on 3. Purple looks like he's just going to take his card over here. Let's see where these troops drop. 4 here. He put 1 elsewhere. Yeah, he's up in here. I think he is up in here. I think he just attacked into Skylight there. I'm 17 stronger than him. He's about to trade in. Purple did not take orange's capital either. He's going to be able to eventually, though. I don't know what black is hitting right now. I don't see it, so that's interesting. So now pink is forced to trade. Orange places his troops up here weirdly. I think he was kill guarding pink in here, and I think he thought I may have had the kill on pink because he just hit something back in here. Purple is massive. Purple does not have access to orange, though, so we need to keep orange over here as long as we can. There's actually no reason to remove orange. He does not have access to him. And white keeps opening up my cap, which is nice of these guys to do. He's still only getting 21. So I think he's just going to wait till he gets to 5. Orange has to trade in early, right? Although, again, he still isn't... He doesn't want to hit the cap, I don't think, because... Yeah, that's interesting. He's going to leave this on me? It's annoying. Slam me? No, black's cap was open. Does he roll this? No. I hope to God black doesn't give him cards. That is the one downside of this removal, is black might give him cards. He shouldn't, but he might. Because they have an infinite trading zone in here. I guess we'll find out. It's funny. I don't think pink is a bad player by any means. I think he wanted to be as close to the 1 point here as possible, and then maybe, you know, maybe I get bad dice or something. He's able to roll me. Maybe somebody else tries to roll me. That's what he was banking on. Because, you know, he tried to keep his externals alive. Black sets here. It's a card early. I don't try to kill orange until... Interesting. Black's going to hit up here. Okay. Well, I got to hit purple then. Pink gets 5 plus 25. He could roll me here. I'm not going to take the risk. It's not worth the risk there. Orange keeps his cap, nicely defending the left side. So, because the downside here is that pink just says, screw it, I'm going to roll his capital with my trade on 3. And if black doesn't give him cards, which black didn't give him cards on that turn, black is still open to pink. So pink's on 3 cards. And I don't think black will keep me alive over here, but I can get cards up here. Or off cap because white keeps opening me. I gotta leave this cap open as long as I can at this point. There's no real reason to close it off. I did hit purple's 5 there. I think purple may come try to remove my 7. But I do trade off of pink, but I think it leaves me far too weak to try that now. I don't think he has the means of getting any cards, though. Purple does not take a card. He doesn't opt to hit black's 10. That is wild. Pink's, yeah, so pink misses a card there. Does not trade in either. And black, again, well, black can't take the middle. I don't know if black realizes that he can't get to layer steps. That was annoying. He let me stay over here, though. Like, what? I'm not sure I get that. All right, so white will trade. Do I have a set on 3? I actually have a trade on 3, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to keep taking... Basically, I'm going to keep taking cards in the spots that I can. So if black's going to let me stay over here, which he could have rolled that 10 to the right. I don't really know why he just rolled an 8 on 5 or 8 on 7. He should have rolled. Sorry, he lost 5. That's what it was. I was confused by the 8 on 7 there. I'm actually surprised it won. That normal territory 8 on 7. What does that roll normally? I think it's above 50, but not by much. Yeah, 56%. White sets. White does not have pathing into me, though. Yeah, white's playing a real cautious game. Credit to him. So me and purple are the only ones with bonuses. My cap's very strong. I have to imagine that at some point, purple's generating enough to just remove orange. He doesn't. Purple's issue is he doesn't want to feed orange. He's still in here. Oh, that's gonna hit me, huh? Black never removed him in here, and he just targeted me. That's weird. I'm not sure I understand that, but okay. Guess we'll take our card off of orange here. Interesting. Black gave pink a card again. Why would you do that? Why would you give him a card? I think black is actually probably my worst opponent in this game. They're whacking stacks for no reason. They're opening up pink for no real reason. I mean, unless actually, hang on, that might have been bait to get him to take an extra card. And then you roll the capital. Nope. Nope, he traded in to take purple out of the middle. I don't get it, but okay. So white would see me over here. If I roll this, do we think white has a trade on 3? Rolls for 50? I think I get good enough dice on this anyway. To just sit on 5 cards. We'll have at most 30 troops left. And black actually reopened, so I don't even need to position black at me. And he did have a trade, and he had a trade on 3. Probably should have used that. Black won't have a set, so I'm actually going to keep this really, really weak. I'm going to keep that really weak because I don't want to risk orange trading on 3 and coming and getting me. But this is actually very big. Yeah, I knew he couldn't resist himself. That's a horrible play by orange. This is actually bad for me now. If white has a set on 3, he might be able to kill me. The whole idea behind this move was knowing that white couldn't kill me if I defended this well enough. The issue now is that orange just opened him to me because he got too curious. And that curiosity might get me killed. Nope. Okay, I got very lucky there because I think white's got a pretty strong capital. I truly think white has a pretty strong capital. Now, black opted not to roll pink. I couldn't pass this up. He was on 4 cards, and he was going to trade in and make a move on me. Maybe he gets to 5, but I don't want to risk that. Black doesn't have the middle, but he's got 12 territories. And now we get a 55 trade. We were at 150 total troops. This 55 trade should get us pretty close to back to that, and then we'll just be on 3 cards again. So I have a card fallback. Well, I'm trading in, right? So I don't really think it's that big of a deal if I open up white again. So I may as well. Trades are like 50, right? So we want this probably at 50, and then that should hold up okay. And a joker is big. That'll be helpful. Right, because with the trades, I want to make sure black can't roll me on 3. He's not up to 3 yet, so I probably could have had a turn to keep this weaker, but not something I was willing to risk. Now, I'm the player with 2 caps, so I'm not going to know when purple has taken a capital until his next turn or until orange's turn, which is after me. So I am sandwiched between the 2 of them in the turn order, which is not great. White does open my cap up. Now they're neither of them are hitting swords path, so I don't have pathing up into white. But maybe it's worthwhile to hit swords path into shadow passage. White knows I'm here. He's seen me up here. I'd just like to cap check him honestly, and see if anybody's in the West Watch part here. I think it's probably just orange, but like if black is in here, I think black is still in maids, which probably best to keep him here in case purple tries to make a move on him. I'm surprised that purple's not trying to card. Well, I also don't know that purple's the best player either. I say that because I feel like at this point you would have card black. Yeah, orange is in there. 92 from the white player up there as well. So, good to know. Solid cap for white. I am still trapped, so I have to be careful, but keeping orange in here is in my best interest, I believe, at this stage of the game. This might be a long one, everybody. Strap in. We got pink out. I think the way I handled pink was pretty good. I think pink absolutely should have traded on 3, even if it meant he didn't have any cards, because it keeps you alive. Your own peace of mind, your own safety in the game is paramount to your success. This could be... he took here. He took off Skylight. I want to see purple. I want to see purple card block black. I think that's the best way forward in this game right now. But he's playing it real slow. And his only cards... Black could also card block him, but I think he's got a ton of troops off cap up here, top left. Like, he's still definitely the strongest player. Because he's getting the most troops per turn. Nobody's blocking him. And I have no means to, right? I have no ability to block him. No trade without the Joker, so we're not going to bother. Trades are up to 75 now, so I got to be a little bit careful here. Let's get this up to a 60, just in case. So, certainly a slow burn. The issue is, I would remove orange from in here. I would consider removing the orange player, depending on the impact it would have on the other side of the board. He'd have to start taking cards off capital. But would white trade with me? Would black trade with me? I can't guarantee that that would happen. White goes left. Purple sets. Just takes once. Black down to 5. So white went down into black's area here. He didn't bother with purple. He went down with black. He didn't lose that much. I'm on a set. I wonder if it's worth keeping an eye on his capital. I know where all of black is. I could extend my 2-point hold to include a second bonus, and then I'd get more troops than purple. But I don't do it now. I don't do it now because he will be on 5 cards. Or, alternatively, I put everything here. White doesn't have pathing into me. We put everything here, we see what he's got. I wouldn't trust that roll. But I'm also feeling... No, I'm not going to trust it. I thought about it. It's weaker than I was expecting. But it's not worth it because he might have a bunch of troops off cap up top. Don't open me, please. Don't open me with him on 4 cards. Thank you. I think a 150 on 86. Let's see. I didn't want to use the calculator while I was actively playing because I feel like that's a little bit cheaty. I like using it afterwards. 57.7%. It's not inherently cheaty. It's just I didn't want to let that influence the decision I made. But I like checking it just to know what the numbers would be without having to put the whole stack there and look. But I'd rather do that afterwards. What would that roll have been? I think is a better way to look at it. Black will be on 3 cards here. I doubt he rolls me, right? It would be foolish to roll me. I have both of these. Yeah, he doesn't. He just trades in the pocket with me, which is not bad. But now he's got 180 cap there, so I definitely don't open that. I absolutely don't open that. I have the trade on 3. Oh, shoot. Don't attack out. No, that's a horrible play. That's such a bad play by Orange. Oh my goodness, that's a terrible, terrible, no good, very bad play. You have to, if you're Orange here. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? There's no shot, he just fed me 3 cards. Wow. Alright, that's a bad play by White. You don't leave free cards alive. I mean, that is egregious. Maybe he also didn't have the same conversation. I think you risk when you see him on 3. I think you assume that purple has removed him over there. Now, black is going to fail this elimination. Black has the wherewithal to understand that this is the end of orange. That was at least smart. I have a normal trade-in. This doesn't set me, but I don't know how much I'm going to need. I don't think it matters. Well, at that point, I had already committed to it. So, was it worth it? 3 cards for 100? Yeah, I guess it was. Huh. I guess it was worth it. Admittedly, I was not expecting 90 troops back here. You would think he would have defended his camp on the left-hand side. But, once I opened it, I was like, I might as well just take the cards. Otherwise, this player is going to become a nuisance over here. Purple's getting 27. So is black blocked? Because there's a chance, if black trades over here with us, purple will end up blocked over here. I still don't have any means to get to the left side. We're back on 5 cards, though. So I don't think that was a bad play. I think that was fine. I essentially killed 100. I had troops left over. What were my rolls? How good a rolls did I lost 67 on a 96. That was definitely worth it then. Because I lost a total of what? 75 troops? 79 troops I lost to eliminate. Why are you stacking on me here? That's weird. I don't understand this play. I think he may be getting card blocked by either purple or white up top. And so his response is to stack on me. I guess I'll defend it. I didn't really want to have to, but I'm not going to open white up to myself. White should know this. Black is a card behind me. Yeah, and I think white understands. See, now I leave this 9 here. I don't want to give his cat pathing into mate. That's the biggest reason here. And if black was like hoping that I would trade with him here, well, unfortunately, bud, you're not going to get that either because, like, I don't know. I don't understand the 106 here against my cap. But again, that goes back to the whole idea that I just don't think black is the most skilled player in the game. But I also don't think purple's the most skilled. So these two are just going to keep trading with each other, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. So this can be our little trading spot pocket between me and white. But I absolutely, under no circumstances, was going to let him have pathing into my capital. 380 troops. That is not something I'm going to risk. It's still considerably less than me. I've gone for 2 eliminations that have cost me a considerable amount of troops, and yet I don't think it's that big of a deal. No, I understand why purple's not pushing their advantage too heavily into black. Black is still getting 6 troops, though. So black has this territory here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Almost the entire bonus up here. I just have to, I admittedly just have to be patient. There's a risk he trades in here in a second, so I don't want to... don't really want to deal with that. White sets early. He knocks black out of there. Oh, maybe purple is card blocking black. I think that's what must have just happened. I don't know that I would have knocked black out of here. I think that's a risk of a feed. Now, there's a chance purple tries to kill black and doesn't have enough troops to hit this 106 here. We'll see if the caps jump. He's clearly going for something. I think black trades in. Black also may bot out. I would like this capital. You almost need purple to suffer a loss. On 5. I don't want to be the one to hit the 106 right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if black quit. If you guys are wondering, here's my assessment of the players. I think white is probably the best opponent in the game. He picked a capital that is, with the structure of this board, very, very open to the rest of the board in terms of, like, anybody who paths from the left side has to go by him. And he's kept a very strong capital. He's tried to make some forcing moves, like what he just did with black, that makes some stuff happen. I think he's a pretty solid player. Purple, I think, kept orange over here for far too long. Didn't push his advantage as much as he could have. It's not an inherent bot by black there, but I'm going to hit off this. Trade in. Let's make this just a clean 200 here. And then the rest here. Just got to be a little bit careful over here. But the... yeah, purple I don't think has played a bad game, but maybe not the best game. Now, it does look like white is going to try to trade with purple and card block me, which is a bit unfortunate. He does not have a trade in right now, though, so I can keep chipping away over here. What I want is purple to hit black's cap, have a big enough stack where he can hit black's cap. Pink I don't think was bad either. He was just in a bad spot with his capital between black and me. Obviously, I'm going to take the +5 here. Orange I don't think had a good cap over here on the left-hand side and committed so many troops over here that they just lost their cap once purple realized he could take it. I mean, there's 100 troops over here. That's 100 troops that aren't defending the capital. And then black. And the black player, does he manage to get cards there? He does. All right. I mean, I'm going to open. I'll open white here. I'll bite. I get what the goal is. I'm surprised you'd work with purple and not me, but that's fine. I'll just keep taking his material out of here until I run out of cards. Because there's not much I can do. I get what... And white's actively trying to card block me. I get the approach here. I think he tried to hit through purple and didn't have enough troops. He might even be card blocking purple. He moved troops over here. Maybe just to make sure he gets a card. I think he just got his material hit. The stuff that he fortified, I think, just got hit. I will have... do I trade in? I've got an extra 200 cap. White could feed his game into me. This is the other thing, is if I ever win White's cap, I'll have a 2-point hold from the 200 here and the stack up here. Like, there's a lot of different 2-point hold cap holds over the line of 4 caps that are here that I could have. I don't know why black is doing this. Now I have to trade. I genuinely don't understand why the black player is doing this. This is a really bad play. But this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. You're stacking this many troops against somebody's cap. And maybe he's trying to prevent me from getting cards or something. I'm not entirely sure. White's not going to be able to get this. So, and this is an issue too, is that white is committing troops over in front of purple. That's just going to get hit again. I mean, he's on 5 cards. There's no reason for him not to hit that. But like this 240 here, this maneuver makes absolutely no sense. I could hit it if I wanted to, but I lose that card. But I think that black ends up being pretty low. If he gets to 4 cards... or even 5, it might be worth hitting it, trading in and hitting it and seeing if I can kill him. I don't think he's got much on cap. He's committed 2 full trade-ins here. I think purple may have opened up his cap and he just attacked off of that. Does this all go back? He's not even going to move all of it back. He's only... Okay, he does. Thank you. All right, so I don't need to keep committing there. So now he's moved the 250 troops back. It's like, all right, that makes a little bit more sense. But the fact that you even did that in the first place, I think, is what is a little bit confusing to me. So I'm trumping white by... visually by about 755, 300 troops right now, and that's contingent on whether or not he lost the material that the 40 troops that he pulled off that got hit potentially by purple. I could also see black sacking himself into purple. That was quite a bit of attacking by the purple player. I definitely can't kill black now if he moved those caps or those troops back onto cap. And he trades a $150 in. So I think he's at least picked a target in purple, which makes more sense. It's the purple player in front of you. You should almost use me as a potential, throw a troop down here for negotiation, potential trading area, little buddy-buddy system. I don't actually know how this game is going to turn out, but I think that one of these slow burn long games where you guys really get to see the nuances of higher skill risk. And I think that at least in this case, the higher skill is mostly just myself and white. And this map is hard. This map is a hard map when you get into a stalemate position like this. Fortunately, the black player is doing what appears to be pretty substantial damage. I think he may have even broken into the bonus over here, which probably means he's killable. He just actually took... He's not on cap at all, is he? He has 3 caps. He just jumped to 3 caps. So purple is completely capless. Okay, that's not a trade-in. Uh-oh. All right. This is interesting. I have a set on the next turn. Shout out to Black. I was like, oh, it's a stalemate game, and then here we are. This one I actually don't need to leave a lot on. He doesn't have pathing to this. All right, I'm still larger than him, even with a trade-in. So I've got that going for me. If I get him to roll some caps, I've got a chance. He's not going to send everything left. He probably sends a good chunk, though. This won't likely... I'm on 4 cards with the trade-in, right? I can't believe Black was able to do that much damage to Purple. I don't know what Purple did then. I mean, I guess Black did have a lot of troops. I've got everything defended, bro. I'm sorry. Good game. Good game to White. I think White was by far the best player in this lobby. Good game. Well played. And a big old thumbs up to you. I just got done. I'm like, oh, it's a slow burn game. Dude. Just like that. I'm so glad I saw the numbers change. I'm so glad I paid attention to the numbers changing. I forgot that when I traded in, Purple wasn't going to set me right away, so I needed to be quick enough to kill both of them. Fortunately, I was. Barely, but I was. White was a master. Pink was a master. I was right. I thought that those were the 2 best players, and I just said, I was like, Pink just got into a tough spot. It wasn't inherently his fault. This is a hard map. He had the most material over there compared to the rest of the board, and he just got sandwiched. If he didn't get sandwiched with Black on the other side, I think he would have been fine. And I was also correct that Black was the weakest player as far as rank goes in the lobby as well. So I feel pretty good about the predictions here. I didn't give exact rank predictions, but I do believe White was the best. I believed that Orange and Purple were somewhere in between, and that Black was the lowest. And I'm not surprised to see that Pink was at this rank, especially hanging in there as long as he did, trying to kind of sneak cards past me. Do think he should have traded in on 3. I think that's the one mistake that he made. But hey, shout out to my opponent. Shout out to White, especially Mr. 5 underscores. And shout out to you, the viewer, for watching the channel. I appreciate everybody watching, especially Finn the Human, CVN Polka, Pella Brand, and Jay Webby. If you guys want to shout out like that group of people, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure you have public subscriptions on, and I'll give you a shout out in an upcoming video. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.